Hi guys, it's Brigadier Child's going to try and do a quick video for you. These are a sergeant and, well, a private, shall we say, or a guardsman, put out by Victrix. They are 28mm hard plastic multi-pose miniatures. This is a Waterloo British Infantry Centre company, so they are wearing a uniform, 1815, obviously Waterloo. Probably dates back to 1812, 1813 when it would have been introduced. I'm really impressed with this kit, I've got to admit. 20 quid, 52 figures. You get a couple of standards on paper, 2 paper flags, Queen's flag, regimental flag, which is great. You get a bunch of guardmen in different poses, different hats, covered shakos, open shakos, feathers, etc., etc., or plumes. You get your sergeant, sergeant at arms with his pike. Yeah, I'll call it a pike. Someone will probably correct me. And you get your drummers as well, and your officers with their little sabres, which honestly look very little because this is true scale, which is something we have not, I have not often encountered. So initially, when I saw these a couple of years ago, I thought, oh, fantastic. I can make an Imperial Guard army that resembles a Napoleonic army, because Victrix put out some mind-blowing old guard miniatures, Napoleon's old guard. And as I am a fanatic Bonapartist, and I am obsessed with both the French Revolutionary Wars and the Napoleonic Wars. These are just kits I've been dying to get my hands on. I got this one about 6 months ago, and I only opened it yesterday, funnily enough. But I'm impressed. I am so impressed by this kit. The scale's good, the detail is astounding, the value is magnificent. And I'll just give you a little back view. You look on the back of his pack there, and he's got his parade ground shoes with little metal plates and studs in them, so that when he's marching along the parade ground you get that nice crunch, as you probably heard if you were watching the video of my younger brother's passing out parade. So that idea about using them in an Imperial Guard army, when I was still playing Warhammer 40,000, which I haven't now played for a very long time, died out. So I'm going to show you a size comparison of a barbarian model put out by Avatars of War, and I use this in my Wood Elf army. And I'm going to show it to you against, it's only half painted, I'm quite embarrassed to use it. And I'm just going to show you the difference in size. Now, they are both 28mm scale humans. Now, even when you take in the base, maybe an extra millimetre for the base, he's taller, he's much, much broader. The scale's just completely off, so there's no way you can use this in any sort of the current science fiction settings, because they are almost all of them heroic scale, apart from a few. But you can use these for Napoleonic War games, and that is something I'm desperate to try. It's going to involve a big investment, because whilst they are cheaper, if I was doing a British army, which I wouldn't be, because I'm no red coat, I'm a blue coat, I'm a Frenchman, through and through, even though I'm obsessed with sharp as well. If I was doing a Napoleonic army, I have my own rule set that I'm writing, and you'll probably see that in about a month. I might release a PDF of it. This is 52 figures in a set. I would be using one set, one unit, to get a nice looking unit size, nice frontage, nice column for a march, etc., and enough to take casualties. I'd be using 6 to a base. So it's £20 per box. I'm probably looking at 5 of these boxes, maybe, 5 of these boxes, and sorry, they're centre companies, not flank companies. Now, that would be 100 quid, and it would be 254 miniatures. Would it? No, 260 miniatures. Now, that's a lot to assemble, that's a lot to paint, and it's also, 100 quid isn't cheap. But when I say that, 100 quid, you maybe spend 50 quid getting some artillery, 60 quid to get an absolute bucket load of cavalry miniatures if you go to Perry, and they do put out some of the nicest cavalry miniatures I've ever seen. Across any game system or period, they make the nicest cavalry I've seen. And maybe some artillery, some generals, and again Perry miniatures for the generals. Victrix for your British artillery and your British foot sloggers. Again, Victrix for your French Old Guard, which I haven't found in plastic anywhere else. And they have Old Guard and Old Guard chasseurs. I would look at Perry for some of the infantry kits because they require less assembly and they are good detailed and the scale matches up perfectly. I'll just replace Mr. Barbarian, our old friend Conan, and pop Sergeant Smythe, or Sergeant Smith, whatever we call him, back on. Sorry, the lighting's off. You're probably looking at 200 quid for an army if you're using this kind of scale, and you're looking at upwards of 400 models in the army. So actually, model count wise, that's unbelievable. I don't know how many rule sets cater for that kind of size. Black Powder probably does, but I'm not fussed about it. So you don't lose men off the stands, you just leave casualty markers behind. With me, it would be kind of a quick fire system. It's going to be an orders-based system. You're going to be there will be no such thing as an armour save for infantry being shot at. You don't wear armour. If you get hit by a musket ball, you're some form of casualty, you're off. So your hits are your kills. It'll be, you'll be losing a lot of guys every turn, but then again, you'll be killing a lot of guys every turn. Cavalry will be devastating if they get a charge on units that aren't in square. And just things like that. I'm going to try and make it as close to realistic as possible, but again, fun. You're rolling lots of dice, and you're seeing a big dead pile for your enemy. And if you play right, you might not see as big a dead pile for you. So yeah, and I'll write up a bunch of the army lists to go with that. And I've said it so many times, I'm really impressed with these models. In future, if I do have the money and the space to collect as much of this stuff as I want, I will buy a nice big French Imperial Guard army, Imperial Guard as in Napoleon's Imperial Guard, with cavalry and commanders and artillery, and I will get it all nicely painted. I'll probably do most of it myself because I love painting stuff from that era because the uniforms are fantastic, and I have about 30 guides. And I will show it to you, and I will show you a battle report using my rules. But I'm warning you, that's not going to be any time this year. So I hope you've enjoyed this review and ramble. But that'll be all from me for tonight. Have a nice day, and I will see you when I see you.